The sky above Earth changed in a single morning. Thousands of massive alien warships appeared from deep space and surrounded the planet. Their dark shapes blocked the stars and filled people across the world with fear. News channels stopped regular broadcasts and focused on one terrifying message. Humanity was not alone, and the visitors had not come in peace. The alien fleet belonged to a powerful empire that had conquered hundreds of worlds. Their leader, a commander named Vex, believed Earth would be another easy victory. According to their records, humans were divided by nations, politics, and endless disagreements. To Vex, humanity looked weak. A transmission was sent to every screen on Earth. People of Earth, your world now belongs to the Imperial fleet. Surrender immediately, and you will survive. Resist, and your civilization will be erased. Silence followed the message. Around the globe, millions waited for their leaders to respond. Fear spread through cities and villages. Some believed surrender was the only option. Others wanted to fight even if victory seemed impossible. World governments held emergency meetings. Military forces entered high alert. Scientists searched for any weakness in the alien technology. Yet the truth was simple. The fleet in orbit possessed weapons far beyond anything humanity had ever built. Vex watched from his flagship and expected surrender within hours. Instead, something unexpected happened. No nation surrendered. Countries that had spent decades arguing suddenly began working together. Military officers shared intelligence. Scientists exchanged research. Engineers opened secret projects to international teams. For the first time in history, humanity acted as one civilization. The aliens observed this cooperation with amusement. They had seen resistance before. Every conquered species eventually broke under pressure. 3 days later, Vex ordered a demonstration of power. One alien ship moved over an empty ocean and fired a single energy beam. The blast created a gigantic wave visible from space. The message was clear. If the fleet attacked cities, billions would die. Again, Vex expected surrender. Again, none came. Instead, humanity sent a reply. The message was short. We will not surrender. The alien commander stared at the screen in disbelief. No species had ever answered his empire in such a way. Angered, he prepared for invasion. Across Earth, military forces gathered. Fighter pilots trained without rest. Naval fleets moved into strategic positions. Space agencies joined together to launch satellites carrying experimental equipment. Humanity knew direct victory was impossible. Their only chance was creativity. A group of scientists led by a physicist named Mark studied the energy signatures of alien ships. They noticed a strange pattern hidden within the fleet's communications network. Every vessel relied on a central command system that coordinated navigation, targeting, and defense. Destroying the entire fleet was impossible. Disrupting its coordination might not be. Mark and his team worked day and night. They created a program designed to exploit tiny weaknesses in the alien communication signals. The idea sounded absurd. Humanity had never interacted with alien technology before. Success seemed unlikely. Still, they continued. Meanwhile, the invasion began. Thousands of landing craft descended toward Earth. Their engines burned across the sky like falling stars. Soldiers prepared for battle as civilians sheltered underground. The first landings occurred in remote regions. Alien troops expected quick victories. Their armor and weapons surpassed human equipment. Yet the invaders discovered something their records had missed. Humans adapted extremely fast. When one weapon proved effective, soldiers immediately developed countermeasures. When alien vehicles advanced, engineers found new ways to stop them. Every battle became more difficult than the last. Vex grew frustrated. Reports from the surface described fierce resistance everywhere. Human forces lost territory but continued fighting. Factories increased production. Volunteers joined defense efforts. Entire communities worked together to support the war. The alien commander could not understand it. Most civilizations collapsed when facing impossible odds. Humanity became stronger. Weeks passed. Then Mark's team completed their program. The plan required reaching the alien command network. Fortunately, the invasion itself created an opportunity. During several battles, human forces captured damaged alien equipment. Scientists studied the devices and built an interface capable of transmitting data into the fleet system. The operation carried enormous risk. If it failed, Earth would have no second chance. A small spacecraft launched from a hidden facility. Inside were volunteers who knew they might never return. Their mission was simple: approach the fleet and upload the program. Alien defenses detected the craft almost immediately. Weapons locked onto the target. The volunteers continued forward. Missiles exploded around them. Warning alarms filled the cockpit. Yet somehow the damaged vessel survived long enough to reach transmission range. The upload began. For several seconds, nothing happened. Then chaos erupted. Across orbit, alien ships started receiving conflicting commands. Navigation systems malfunctioned. Communication channels flooded with errors. Defensive networks shut down unexpectedly. The fleet had not been destroyed. It had become confused. Humanity acted instantly. Missiles launched from Earth. Aircraft attacked vulnerable positions. Experimental orbital weapons targeted critical ships. For the first time, alien vessels were being destroyed. Vex watched in horror as explosions spread through his fleet. What should have been a flawless conquest was turning into disaster. He ordered emergency repairs and attempted to restore control. But the confusion continued spreading. Each correction generated new failures. The Empire's greatest strength had become its greatest weakness. Humanity's attack intensified. Around the world, people followed reports of the battle. Fear slowly transformed into hope. The impossible was happening. The invaders were losing. Days later, several major alien warships fell from orbit. Their wreckage burned across the atmosphere, creating brilliant trails visible from every continent. Celebrations erupted, but military leaders remained cautious. The fleet still possessed tremendous firepower. Vex knew time was running out. He gathered his remaining commanders and proposed a final assault. Every surviving ship would attack simultaneously. The operation might succeed before the system failures became irreversible. The fleet prepared for one last strike. Before the assault could begin, another surprise emerged. Many alien officers had lost faith in the mission. They had witnessed human determination, ingenuity, and courage. The Empire had promised an easy victory. Instead, they faced endless resistance and mounting losses. Some commanders refused Vex's orders. Others openly questioned his leadership. Arguments spread throughout the fleet. Mutiny followed. Entire groups of ships abandoned formation. Vex could hardly believe what he was seeing. Humanity had not only damaged the fleet, they had shattered confidence within its ranks. The final assault collapsed before it began. With command authority weakening and system failures worsening, alien forces started retreating. Humanity pursued carefully. Defensive weapons targeted escaping vessels, while diplomats attempted something unexpected. Communication. A message was transmitted to the retreating fleet. We can end this war without further bloodshed. Several alien commanders responded. Negotiations began. The process lasted many days. Distrust existed on both sides. Yet neither side wanted continued destruction. Eventually, an agreement was reached. The invasion would end. Alien forces would withdraw from Earth. Prisoners would be exchanged. Future contact would occur through peaceful channels. When the treaty was signed, celebrations spread across the planet. Humanity had survived, not through superior weapons, not through overwhelming power, but through unity, creativity, and determination. Vex returned to his empire in disgrace. The commander who had conquered countless worlds had been defeated by a species he considered weak. Years later, the story became legendary across the galaxy. Many civilizations studied the Battle of Earth. They expected to learn about secret weapons or advanced technology. Instead, they discovered a simpler truth. Humanity's greatest strength was never its machines. It was its refusal to give up. When faced with impossible odds, humans worked together. When confronted by stronger enemies, they adapted. When told defeat was certain, they continued fighting. The failed invasion changed galactic history. Other species began questioning the Empire's authority. Alliances formed. Trade expanded. Cooperation replaced conquest in many regions. Earth itself entered a new era. Former enemies on the planet continued working together. Scientific progress accelerated. Space exploration expanded beyond the solar system. Humanity eventually joined a growing community of worlds. Visitors from distant stars often asked the same question. How had Earth survived the largest invasion fleet ever assembled? The answer remained unchanged. The aliens arrived expecting surrender. They found humanity instead, and that shocked everyone.